Hi guys, how are you? Ready to listen to another inspirational story?
Yes, Jack, we are all antennas.
Great! Let's take a trip to a beautiful garden in Spain and learn about super cool ways of taking pictures. I promise it will amaze you.
Calling all eco warriors, nature lovers, and creative kids. Today, we are learning about Almudena Romero, a British and Spanish artist who lives in London. Why should you learn about her? Because Almudena's stories and art teaches us important things about creativity, taking care of our planet, understanding different cultures. She can inspire us all. Born in Madrid in 1986, Almudena's journey into the world of art and plants started in a magical place, her grandmother's garden. Little Almudena spent countless hours there, learning about the beauty and importance of nature from her grandmother, who taught her how to care for plants and appreciate the wonders of the natural world. This early love for plants sparks Almudena's passion for combining art, more precisely photography, and sustainability in a very creative and innovative way. Did you know that printing photograph has an environmental impact? Developing film requires chemicals and lots of water. All in all, it's not a particularly eco-friendly technology. Every single photo leads to some amount of phototoxic waste. Almudena returned to her grandmother's garden many times and used it as a research and production center for her project. She identified 30 different plants and flowers that could be used to create photographic artwork. She then used plants and sunlight to make pictures in a process called chlorophyll printing, developing a way to make art that doesn't harm the environment. In chlorophyll printing, Almudena places a negative paper image on a leaf and exposes it to sunlight. Over time, the sunlight bleaches part of the leaf, changing some of the pigments from green to yellow, creating a beautiful detailed image. This technique used the natural process of photosynthesis to develop the photograph, showing us a perfect blend of art and nature. How did Almudena come up with this amazing idea?
Well, I know you might not like the answer, but it's very simple. Study.
She discovered all research on plant-based photography from the 19th and the early 20th centuries. When Almudena read about it, she knew it was exactly what she was looking for. Can we use any plant to do this type of printing? After years of experimenting and analyzing all the different characteristics of plants, Almudena found out that the majority of the plants from the Uraceae family work very well, and generally speaking, green flat leaves from shady tropical climates with no patterns are the best choice. Have you noticed that she takes pictures mainly of hands? Wonder why? Because she used them as a symbol of production and creation. They are pictures of her hands and gestures working with the leaves and creating her art. Each leaf's unique chemistry renders a print with different tonalities and contrast, making the hands' pictures on the leaves sometimes more visible and other times less. Almudena was thinking of these less visible photographs as failures, but after talking with her mother about those pictures, she realized they could be seen as a metaphor for the often invisible work women do in growing families and gardens. Shall we revise what a metaphor is? A metaphor is a way to compare one thing to another in order to create an image or resemblance. This way of looking at our failed photos teaches us to always look at things with different perspectives, as they might turn out to have a meaning we didn't see at first. Almudena also shares the beauty of her heritage and family history through her art. Her connection to her grandmother's garden and her Spanish roots are woven into her work, reminding us the importance of family, culture, and tradition. By sharing her personal stories, Almudena invites us to think about our own heritage and the stories that shapes us. She dug into her family album and exposed negatives from her family archive directly onto living crest cultivation panels to grow photos by exposing them to a specific amount of light and particularly wavelengths. These photos, free from toxic chemicals, plastic and minerals, naturally decompose over time and represent Almudena's eco-friendly alternative to normal photo printing and storage. Did you know that also storing photos has an environmental impact? A 2021 study showed that an average person takes almost 900 photos a year. The unwanted images left in storage can create 10.6 kilograms of CO2 emission yearly. That's like over 112,500 return flights from the UK to Australia. What is Almudena working on now? Almudena is developing a pioneer art science project using genetic differences in different types of weeds and grasses. When exposed to sunlight, each of these plants will have a specific color variation. With a special algorithm, these plants will be grown in a way to produce a giant photographic image of an eye, as big as 3 hectares, 30,000 square meters. Almudena used Dalle, an AI system that creates realistic images from description to help her design the eye she had in mind. Have you already heard of AI? Artificial intelligence, or AI, is the ability for a computer to think and learn like humans. AI, however, can process large amount of data in ways that human cannot. So Almudena used Dalle to combine all the hundreds and hundreds of different traits an eye can have in order to come up with an image of a human eye which represents everybody and not a specific person, gender or race. A human eye looking back at us to reflect on the human relationship with land and plant, our impact on the environment and our interdependency with nature. So watch out for her work. It's going to be one of the biggest art pieces ever created.
So, what's the main message we can learn from Almudena?
That creativity has no limits. You can use anything around you to make beautiful art, even plants and sunlight.
Exactly, and the importance of taking care of our planet. By thinking sustainably, we can protect the environment while expressing ourselves. Remember, you too, like Almudena Romero, can make a big impact with your creativity. Keep exploring, keep creating, and always think about how you can make the world a better place. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll be the artist inspiring others.